There we go. Hey, Cincinnati. Good morning. It is Saturday morning. It's time for the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour, starring yours truly. And I have with me in the studio my friend, Mr. Mike McCormick.
Good morning.
Say hi, Mike.
Morning, everybody.
No, say hi, Mike.
Hi, Mike.
Oh, there's Dan.
Hey, good morning.
He's my producer, and he makes sure that you hear everything that you're supposed to hear.
That's right.
Unless Gary makes a mistake.
No mistake. Well, it is live TV, live radio. We are now on FM, so if you want to tune in full-blown stereo, 99.5, 107.9. And Jane's watching, Nicole's watching. Hey, Nicole. So anyhow, we're going to be right back with you. I'm going to plug you into the studio feed. We got a lot of updated stuff to tell you about with taxes. Taxes can be kind of a boring subject, but I brought in somebody who's far from boring, Mr. Mike McCormick. He's an exciting guy, and we're going to entertain you with taxes today. How's that?
That sounds like a pretty daunting task, Gary.
We will do that, absolutely. And we're going to play some rock and roll and some trivia, and we're going to give away some money. So stay tuned. Tell your friends to jump on board. If you have a question, 513-563-1480. I'm going to plug you into the studio feed, so you're going to get all the commercials, the music, and everything the way it sounds on the air.
And stone. When I get through throwing it on you, you got to come back for more. Boys will call my dime by my bluff, but that ain't nothing but drugstore love. Pretty little thing, let me light your counter called Mama. I'm sure hard to hell and I, yes I am. Give me some good old love. Some of you don't do love. I'm a big old man, mama.
From Pat and Joe's Furniture Studios, this is 1480 WDJO, Cincinnati.
ABC News Now, I'm Mona Rivera. Team USA making history at the Olympics. The men's curling team taking the gold early this morning. ABC's Alex Stone is in Pyeongchang.
In the crowd, the U.S. delegation, including Ivanka Trump and Sarah Sanders, sat cheering on the U.S. men as they made history, sliding, sweeping, and bumping their way to a gold medal, beating Sweden 10-7. The U.S. men have never been in the curling gold medal match before. Not only were they in it, they dominated the match.
Authorities say they're investigating whether more than one officer stayed outside during the Florida school massacre that killed 17 people. One officer has resigned, and now 3 other Broward County officers are said to be under investigation. The list of companies cutting ties with the NRA is growing. Hertz and Avis have joined other car rental companies in ending NRA discounts. And MetLife, Chubb, Best Western, and Wyndham Hotels are also ending programs for the gun lobby group. This is ABC News.
I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Steve Travis. Today, periods of rain, some heavy. Major flooding will continue. High 56. Periods of rain tonight still. Some of that rain will be heavy, and that flooding will continue, low around 50. Tomorrow, we're finally going to dry out with clouds giving way to some sun, high 55, and lots of sun Monday, high 57. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Steve Travis on 1480 WDJO, and now on FM 99.5 and 107.9.
The following is a paid program. Its views and opinions are not necessarily those of this station or its management.
Good morning, and welcome to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour, starring Gary Rossignol of RE/MAX Preferred Group. To be part of the program, dial 513-563-1480 to get your answers to questions about your home and property. That number again, 513-563-1480. Now, here's Gary.
Good morning, everyone. You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour with your host, Cincinnati's only rock and roll realtor, Gary Rossignol with RE/MAX Preferred Group. We are now in stereo, full-blown, great audio on 99.5 FM and 107.9 FM. So if you're listening to us in AM and you want to get the full-blown thing, just change it over to 99.5 or 107.9. However you want to listen to us. Facebook, thank you for being on board. We love you. Don't leave. We got a great show planned for you today because this morning I have a friend with me. He's not just a CPA. He is a certified tax coach. He's known as the Cincy Tax Coach, Mr. Mike McCormick.
Morning, Gary. Morning, everyone.
Hey, you're getting a standing ovation already. The crowd's cheering you on.
Where's the easy button?
Oh, my gosh. We're going to have fun this morning. I don't know what we're going to talk about.
It's a dreary day out there. How about we talk about taxes?
We could do that. That's on everybody's mind this time of year.
Absolutely.
Because it is right in the middle of tax season. And you're more than just a CPA. CPA, that takes a lot of study. I remember my daughter, she got her CPA 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And she spent 2 years on the couch, horizontal, with a laptop in her lap.
Seems like that anyway.
And she would go to one test, and she'd just miss it by a little bit, and she'd have to go and take it over again, all nervous, and she got that one, and she got the second one. There's 4 of them you have to pass.
4 parts, yeah.
4 parts. And you only have a certain period of time to do that in.
Well, if you condition for it, if you pass one or more parts, you have to complete the remaining parts within a certain period of time. I don't even know what that period of time is anymore. It might be 2 years, it might be 4 years.
I don't know.
My nephew's in the middle of it right now. He's taking, he and his girlfriend are actually both studying for the CPA.
Okay, so they can help each other.
I hope so.
Well, maybe Stephanie's listening in. She can tell us how much time you have to do that. And we're so proud of her.
Yeah,
she does great.
Should be.
Yeah, we're proud of all our kids. We went Thursday night. We went to my grandkids, Brianna and Andrew, and they were in high school concerts at Oak Hills.
Nice.
Great show. Nice. It's just like, oh my gosh. It's just the musician that comes out of these high schools these days. They were doing college stuff.
Yeah.
In fact, the director says, I played this when I was a junior in college. And he brought it to them, and they performed it.
Well, that's the way all of education has been, isn't it? Everything that we used to do in college has now been pushed down into high school, and high school's down into grade school.
Yeah.
So
it's
advanced.
Amazing.
My daughter Jordan is down in eastern Tennessee right now on a somewhat of a mission trip with McNicholas High School, and they're living in an area that's underserved and doing some service work down there. She's been down there a week.
Oh, nice.
So she comes back tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm very proud of her as well.
That's great. Yeah. And McNicholas High School, they're just off the charts too with their show.
Their music. Yeah.
And
they do, Mr. Nance does a great job. Keith Nance.
Yeah. Well, we were just coming in when you guys were going off the field at a couple of the shows this year. It's the first time Oak Hills went to competition.
Yeah, that's what Mary Jo told me.
Yeah, their older band director who retired finally, bless his heart, did a great job for years, but he just was too old school. And this guy comes in. He's a young guy, and he's really into jazz, and he just he puts together some great shows. So if you want to catch a good show, ladies and gentlemen, find one of your local high schools and go to their concerts. It's a lot of fun. So you just made some big changes besides getting engaged.
I got engaged Christmas Day. That's
Yay.
right. Yeah, Kelly and I finally, at least my family tells me finally. Yeah.
When are you going to give her the ring and get the date?
Well, she has the ring.
We don't have the date yet?
The date we're still trying to work out. It's a
good
logistics
band,
issue.
They'll play your
I may know
reception.
them. Yeah, right.
If you don't have enough room for the band, I got a great DJ.
There you go.
Or both.
We haven't even settled on a city yet, so we may have a destination wedding and do it in Lima, Ohio.
Lima, Ohio.
That's where I'm from.
You get a bigger crowd down here, I think.
Maybe, I don't know.
So, but you made you went dormant for a few weeks and says, "What's going on with Mike?"
Yeah,
you know, and your emails were coming back. Says, "What's going on?"
Yeah. We reshuffled the deck a little bit, didn't we?
Yeah. So you now partnered up with somebody.
That's right.
And
so CincyTaxCoach is now part of a Financial Clarity Group, and we have 2 offices right now, one in Mount Carmel and one in Blue Ash. And I've teamed up with a colleague of mine I've known for about 10 years. His name's Dave Toney. He's also a CPA, and he's also been a certified tax coach as well. We have some similar philosophies. Dave has been looking for someone to partner up with for a while, and I'm to the point where capacity has become an issue, and it made sense for us to team up and conquer the world.
Yeah, you don't want to be at the midnight hour or the 11th hour and have to get those tax forms in
that
by
happens.
midnight.
That happens anyway. It's amazing, but
years ago, our tax guy before you, or I think 2 guys before you, he would be down to the wire, and he'd have to mail it in back then. And
right.
he'd have to run to the airport and get it there by midnight.
Yeah, well, back when Spring Grove Avenue was open, I have had dropped off tax returns at 10 minutes before midnight. Back when they used to stand out there, they don't stand out there and wait for you anymore. The post office closes when it closes. They don't hold it open. I haven't done that in a very long time. E-file has changed that quite a bit. So we don't run to the post office. Sometimes we're transmitting returns late, but not late filing. Just late in the evening. Put it that way. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you and your partner both are certified tax coaches, and there's a significant difference between being just a CPA and a certified tax coach.
It's an add-on. Certified Tax Coach, their program emphasizes the tax planning process. It helps tax professionals, whether it's a CPA or an enrolled agent, become more comfortable with some of the more advanced planning strategies for higher income people, small business owners like yourself, so that we can find ways to take advantage of the discounts that are in the tax code that apply to those business owners, so that you can keep more of your money. There are some strategies that are more complex than others, but in general, it gives us some tools to analyze someone's situation and find ways to save them money.
And that's what we want to talk about this morning is we want to save you money.
Absolutely.
But first we want to give you some money. So get your smartphone, your landline, whatever you call your friends and neighbors and family with, and dial 513-563-1480. And all you need to do to get a $10 gift card to Starbucks is name for me your favorite Eagles song.
You rattled off a list of them that I knew several, yeah.
There's a ton of them. And I'm just really dying to give away these $10 gift cards to anyone who's listened to the show in the past or your first time, you've never called in before. It's real easy. 513-563-1480. I have Dan will be taking your phone calls. We'll get your information, and we will get you a $10 gift card out in the mail this next week if you name for me your favorite Eagles song. And they're already calling in. How about that? That's cool.
The switchboard lights up.
So, taxes can be boring, but you're not a boring guy. You do a lot of neat things. Your daughter's at McNicholas High School. She
do pit crew.
You're in the pit crew. That's fun.
I was. This is my last year, or was my last year.
Yeah, I did that too for 4 years. No, more than 4 years.
Yeah, you had several going through.
Yeah, I had when Amy graduated, the younger ones were getting into grade school, and then they were in high school, and they were a year apart. Yeah. So yeah, we did. And Mary Jo was the field commander mom, and so we traveled separately, but showed up at the field and did our thing. And you also you got a nice boat.
Oh, it's an okay boat. It's a nice boat. It's not that big.
24 foot?
No, just 21.
Oh, well, what's 3 feet?
Right. In a boat, it's a lot.
I guess in a boat, it's a lot of feet. Yeah, right. So,
you can trailer it versus leave it stored somewhere.
What's your favorite lake?
Norris Lake. Yeah. Kelly and I went down there with her family 3 years ago, I guess, and before we had the boat, and just absolutely fell in love with it. We were down there late in August. The water was like bath water. I mean, it was so warm. It was amazing. We went down again this past year with ours and her cousin with his, and we had a great time. The water wasn't nearly as warm. It was mid-June maybe, but it was still gorgeous. We spend most of our time at Brookville or East Fork.
Yeah, Brookville.
Brookville's nice.
I think that's one of Con's best favorite.
Con loves it. Well, there are walleye in Brookville.
Yeah, he's more into fishing than anything else.
So we went fishing last summer, and I caught the walleye, and I don't remember him catching anything, but he may have caught a catfish. I don't remember.
So being right in the middle of tax season, what would you like folks to come to you with at tax season? Not a shoebox.
Well, yeah, not a shoebox. This is not the time to be doing bookkeeping. Business owners should already have everything summarized from their bank statements or something like that. A lot of receipts aren't the way to go to your tax preparer. Having a nice summary of the information is the best way to do it, even your personal information. What happens a lot of times is people start to create their own summaries of on the personal side, and they end up with duplication. Just bring us the documents, and we'll do the summaries and prepare a return correctly. But on the business side, you really should have a summary of your bank statements, because all of your business activity should go through your business bank account.
And have some kind of simple software, I guess.
Software helps. You can do it as simply as Microsoft Excel, or doesn't have to be Microsoft, I guess. It can be Open Office or any other spreadsheet software. But there's other bookkeeping applications that are on the market that are widely available, whether it's online or desktop, to make your life easier. And we can help you streamline that so you don't have to do the key punching. It actually shows up in your bookkeeping software automatically.
Some of it will actually connect to your bank.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
We can streamline that so you don't have to actually key the data in.
Mm-hmm. We've been meaning to do that, and we haven't done that yet.
We're not there yet.
Wait till tax season's over, right?
We're close.
All right, so we need to go away for our first break, and this is the Cincy Tax Coach 513-314.
No. 513-488-1121.
488
1121. Yep.
Okay.
Or www.financialclaritygroup.com, and that will take you to our emerging website for the new company.
There you go. When we come back, we're going to talk about your tax deductions and the new tax laws. That's a deep subject, and it's something that everybody should know a little bit about.
Show's going to run over this time.
You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on 1480 WDJO, now on 99.5 FM and 107.9 FM.
Well, we got a room on the floor.
When was the last time you wasted your money? Worse yet, you wasted it on something you didn't really want anyway, like income taxes. Local CPA and certified tax coach Mike McCormick regularly helps people like you find areas where they have wasted their hard-earned money, paying more in taxes than the tax code requires. Experience the power of proactive tax planning. Call the tax coach Mike McCormick today at 513-488-1121 or visit CincyTaxCoach.com to get started.
Okay, Gary Beatty, he just won a $10 gift card. It was easy. He picked up the phone, dialed 513-563-1480, and he gave us one of his favorite Eagles songs, and I will be contacting him and sending him a $10 gift card this week. You, too, can do that, folks. We have Dave Myers watching. We've got Cindy watching. We've got Teresa. Hey, Teresa. We've got Chuck. We got Tony. Elizabeth, Leon, Mark, Ron, Michael Montgomery. Hey, Michael, how you doing, man? Tom Marshall's watching. Marilyn Potts. Hey, Ted Burton. Keith. Gary Hassman. Hey, Gary, how you doing? Jane Reel. Hey, Jane, we haven't talked to you for a while. And, okay, we got a whole bunch of people watching. You stay tuned because we got more fun stuff coming up. I'm going to plug you back into the studio feed. I just wanted to take you off just to say thank you for tuning in with us today. So here you go.
I wish I'd gotten to do something like that. I went down to it.
Located in downtown Covington, 4 doors north of the Madison Theater at 716 Madison Avenue. We have free parking behind our store and a convenient back entrance. Save Discount Drugs, proudly celebrating 35 years in business. 859-431-2857. 431-2857 or online at SaveDiscountDrugs.com.
Take a step back away from the hurried life you live today and relax. Take a stroll through Covered Bridge Antique Mall. For the past 25 years, they've been the go-to shop for treasure and bargain hunters from the tri-state and beyond. Beautiful antiques, jewelry, collectibles, and one-of-a-kind items. Covered Bridge Antique Mall, a truly unique shopping experience. 7508 Hamilton Avenue in the heart of historic Mount Healthy. 513-521-5739.
Get on. Let's rock the house.
Thanks for staying with us, ladies and gentlemen. I know you won't regret it. I'm your host, Gary Rossignol with RE/MAX Preferred Group, better known as Cincinnati's Rock and Roll Realtor. And let's see, we're going to have a short visit with Rhea Davidson of the Dragonfly Foundation later on in the show. Next week, we are going to have the area manager for 210 Buyers Home Warranty, Katrina Majeski. She'll be right in here. She'll tell you all about the new benefits of getting a home warranty. And you don't have to just get a warranty when you buy a house. You can buy a warranty anytime you want to. It's definitely well worth it, and we'll explain that next week. We've got a lot of regular listeners, a lot of people on Facebook. Thank you for staying on with us. We have a new listener, Gary Beatty. He won himself a $10 gift card. He called up and gave us his favorite Eagles song, which is, I'll give you this one, Life in the Fast Lane. That's one of their hits. They had tons of hits. So call us, 513-563-1480. If you have a tax question, give us a call. If you miss calling us during the show, you can call Mike McCormick direct, and his phone number is
513-488-1121.
That's 488-1121, and you will get the Cincy Tax Coach. If you have a question about filing your taxes, I got this box that I filled up that came from Amazon Prime, and I filled it up with all my receipts. Can I bring that in to you? Well, that'll cost you extra.
It'll cost you extra.
If you have to sort through all that. Yeah.
This is not the right time to do bookkeeping. Yeah. It's easiest to do the bookkeeping either before tax season or after tax season.
Yeah, plan. It's called planning.
Yeah.
Yeah. When you at the end of the year, we always come up with New Year's resolutions, and we set our goals for the following year. You should have had your taxes pretty well prepared by that time.
Well, you should. You should at least have. If you've done the planning early enough in the year, you should at least have an idea of what your tax liability is going to be. You may not nail it to the penny, but it shouldn't be a surprise how much money you've made or how much tax you may owe on that money. It's a shame how many business owners get to December or October, November, December and really haven't done any planning, and they're shocked at how much either money they've made or lost or how much tax they owe. Tax planning is not a spectator sport. You have to be engaged. You have to engage a professional to help you do it. And the earlier in the year you do it, the better off you are. The media starts talking about tax planning in November, December, or even in January, February. And that's just the wrong time to do tax planning. The right time to do tax planning is January, February, March, April for this year, because this is the time of year that you can put into place the strategies that will help you find and utilize the discounts that are in the tax code that apply to you, like hiring your child in your business or hiring another family member who you're helping support anyway in your business.
You can write that off.
If they're doing work in your business, you can pay your child up to $12,000 a year per child.
Okay.
And if you can find enough work for them to do.
Can they be 10 months old?
Well,
stuff envelopes?
Generally, yeah, right. I don't know if they can do stuff the envelopes at 10, but
Brindley's pretty bright.
There you go. Well, I was just going to say they got to be pretty cute if they're going to be that young and working. I mean, most of the time that's in the movie industry or something like that. But
I'll have her pose and do the custom stamps.
Pay them a royalty for being part of your marketing. Yeah. Generally, the IRS says 7 years old.
Okay.
I think it would be tough to pay a 7-year-old $12,000 a year to actually do some work in your business, but you never know.
It's legal though.
It's legal to pay your child to work in your business. If you're unincorporated, they don't even pay Social Security, Medicare tax.
Okay.
And they don't even have to file a tax return. Okay. Now, if you're incorporated, it changes things a little bit. They have to be an employee and get a W-2 and all the normal things that go along with an employee. But that's one of the greatest tax saving tools you can utilize. Hiring a child, paying them money. They use that money then to pay for their own soccer cleats, their own sporting camp, summer camp, their own high school education, possibly, or part of their college education. But that's a great planning strategy.
I love this. Doug Beasley. Thanks, Doug, for tuning in. I helped him and his wife buy their house a couple years ago, and they're happy and cozy at their new house. And he called in, Lion Eyes.
There you go.
You got yourself a $10 gift card.
Nice.
To the best Cup of Joe's store in town.
Nice.
Starbucks. So, yeah, thank you, Doug, for calling in. I appreciate that. I love this time of year. I try and reconnect with I'm calling them all. Every one of them, just say, hey, is there anything I can do to help you with?
Yeah.
Have you listened to the show? He obviously had not. Now he is. So got another listener. That's great.
There you go.
Super deal. So the buzz right now is what's going on in the government and the new tax laws.
Right.
And some people think, well, I don't make enough money, or I'll just go into the little shopping center store guy and take him my shoebox and let them prepare it.
Right.
You may be losing some money.
Especially if you're a business owner like yourself or other realtors or
it doesn't have to
whatever,
be a big business.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a big business.
It could be an online thing.
That's right. This tax code affects everyone, not just W-2 employees and not just business owners. It affects everyone and the amount of tax that they're going to pay. Walking into the retail tax preparer, all they're going to do is prepare your tax return based on the information you give them. It will be a technically correct tax return that the IRS will accept and move on about your life. What they won't do generally is help you put the strategies into place for this year after last year's return is complete to save you money. They're just not set up to do that, and generally don't have the background. Yeah, that's where we come in, and that's what I specialize in, is helping you look at what's happened in the past, talk about what you plan on in the future, and design strategies that help you save tax dollars. It's a proactive process.
For example, us realtors, we're a unique breed.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We are self-employed, although we work for a company. We have to have our license with a broker unless you are your broker.
Right.
That's a whole other can of worms. But if you're like me, I have my license with RE/MAX Preferred Group, and Miles and Christine, they have over 155 realtors in Cincinnati. We are all independent contractors.
That's right.
And if any of you are listening and you're not listening to somebody like Mike, who set us up with an S Corp,
after a period of time, we morphed your business activity into an S corporation. Yes,
which is now saving us
thousands
of dollars
every year. Not one time, every year.
Yeah, right. Now, of course, if you listen to Con, that's another story. We'll talk about it. You've been doing it not the right way for a long time, but
time catches up.
Yeah, it does. But you don't want to have time catch up with you and end up having to pay this large amount. You want to save money every year because we got to pay taxes, but you don't want to overpay taxes.
It's more than just saving the dollars. It's keeping the dollars in your pocket to begin with. It's not that you're going to get a bigger refund. Actually, you may get a smaller refund because we're having you pay less during the year, but you're be able to use that money throughout the year then for your life, to pay for the things that you want to pay for throughout the year. Fund your retirement with it. Pay for the kids' high school or vacation, or maybe work less. Take an extra day off.
They're in the band, they got to buy these. I mean, these instruments are not cheap.
No, they're
and
not.
Lessons and uniforms.
That's right.
And gas.
And if you're paying your child in your business, they can pay for their own lessons with money you've paid them to do work.
Right.
So you're deducting those dollars. They can pay for their own music lessons, guitar, piano, whatever it might be.
Right.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Right. So something that the Cincinnati Area Board of Realtors has been doing for many, many years, as well as National Association of Realtors, we have created this RPAC, which is the Realtors Political Action Committee, and we donate, and by the way, it's not tax deductible, but we donate thousands and thousands of dollars, and it goes to the diplomats, lobbyists at the state and the national level, so that we have maintained your right as a homeowner to deduct your interest and your taxes, your real estate taxes, and you get that as a deduction still.
Right.
Because that's one thing. The first thing comes up every year is they're lobbying to eliminate it or cut it back.
Right.
And your 5,000 realtors in Cincinnati, probably 4,000 of us donate heavily into that RPAC so that you, property owners, can keep that deduction and save you money.
And for the most part, they're successful. They've been able to maintain the mortgage interest deduction
every year
with some changes. They've changed the amount of the loan that you can write off the interest against going forward. So you're limited to $750,000. Still a high number. In total acquisition debt for your first property and your second. The real estate agents have been successful in maintaining the real estate tax deduction. Now they've hampered that a little bit. Here in Ohio, it's not as dramatic as, say, in New York or California, but you still get to deduct real estate taxes and your state and local income tax, but you're limited to $10,000. So some people will exceed that, but for the bulk of taxpayers, they should still be able to get some benefit out of it. Now, a lot of people are not itemizing anymore to begin with because their mortgage interest and real estate taxes haven't been high enough. So now with the
we got to change that.
Well, I don't want them to pay any more interest or real estate taxes than they need to.
No, they need a bigger mortgage.
But
they need to move.
A bigger house. Gary can help you with that problem. Yeah. So there have been changes in that area, but the new standard deduction is $24,000 for a married couple. So that's going to drop a few more people out of the itemizing category.
Mm-hmm. Now, see, isn't tax fun? We're having a blast here. So, this comes up, and I'm talking to potential homeowners who are trying to sell their house, and their biggest concern is selling their house and making, let's say they bought it in a bank auction or something a few years ago. They rehabbed it. Now it's probably, they bought it for $75,000, and now it's probably worth $225,000. They're going to walk away with a large profit.
Right.
They're scared about the capital gains.
And the first thing is they shouldn't let the tax tail wag the dog. The tax implications shouldn't drive that decision. It might be part of the decision-making process, but it shouldn't necessarily drive the entire decision. The issue is was that property or the residence for the right amount of time? So if they lived in it for 2 out of 5 years, they can still avoid tax on up to $500,000 in gain.
That's what I thought.
If they're married, it's $500,000. If they're single, it's $250,000. So in that case, they bought it for $75,000. They sold it for, what'd you say, $220,000. The difference is their gain. It's not taxable. Okay. Now it still needs to be reported. You still need to include it on the tax return. It's just not going to pay any tax on it. And a lot of people confuse that. If I report on the tax return, it's taxable. That's not true. It's more of an informational.
Just have to keep it and live in it for 2 years.
2 out of 5. And it doesn't have to be consecutive years. It just has to be a total of 2 out of 5 years. And it can be based on the number of days also.
All right. Yeah. Great. We do need to go away for our second break. So stay tuned. After these messages, I'm going to tantalize you with my music trivia. We'll be right back with pointers for investors and some suggestions to help you save money. You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on 1480 WDJO, 99.5 FM, and 107.9 FM.
Don't bother knocking, get a house is a rockin', don't bother.
Why rent when you can own with no money down? If you're looking to become a first-time homeowner in the Cincinnati or Northern Kentucky areas, or heck, even if you haven't owned a home in the past 3 years and are now looking to buy, you may be eligible to receive up to $15,000 in homeowners assistance towards closing costs, pre-closing expenses, or even your whole down payment. That's right, you can own your own home with no money down. Find out if you qualify. Call Gary at 513-777-2402. That's Gary at 513-777-2402.
Morantz, you're watching Jane, Courtney, Fred, Britt, David Horowitz, Philip Rossignol. Are you in Cincinnati, or are you watching online from somewhere else? Email me later or send me a text. Email me, Gary@GaryRossignol.com. And you know how to spell Rossignol. That's your last name. You must be a cousin. So anyhow, I'm going to put you back into the studio feed. We have more fun stuff coming up, so don't leave.
760 521-6760. They're open Tuesday through Saturday, 1807 West Galbraith Road, North College Hill Bakery, 521-6760. This February, taste the love.
Dimples, dings, dents. Dang it! Dimples, dings, dents. Dang it!
There's just no way around it. Own a car, and someday you'll need a body shop.
From minor touch-ups to major mess-ups, the name you need to remember is Mount Healthy Auto Body. 521-8600.
From dimples and dings to Intensive Care.
They'll take care of everything for you. Keep the name and the number handy. Mount Healthy Auto Body, 521-8600.
Hey Cincinnati, do you fly to Atlanta for business or leisure? If so, we have some great news for you. This is Rick and Noel from Ultimate Air Shuttle. We're excited to announce our expansion to Atlanta.
Ultimate Air now offers 2 flights per day, Monday through Friday. Flights depart from Cincinnati's Lunken Airport at 7 a.m. and 6 p.m. to convenient Peachtree Airport, which is located in the heart of the Buckhead Business District, 15 minutes north of downtown Atlanta.
Go to ultimateairshuttle.com now for promotions and schedule details.
Flights are public charters sold and operated by Ultimate Jet Charters, LLC, as director carrier.
AccuWeather meteorologist Steve Travis. Today, periods of rain, some heavy. Major flooding will continue. High 56. Periods of rain tonight still. Some of that rain will be heavy, and that flooding will continue, low around 50. Tomorrow, we're finally going to dry out with clouds giving way to some sun, high 55, and lots of sun Monday, high 57. I'm AccuWeather meteorologist Steve Travis on 1480 WDJO, and now on FM 99.5 and 107.9.
Let's have a little fun with my music trivia for today, February 24, 2018. Roll the clock back a year, back to 1973. Roberta Flack had her second U.S. #1 when "Killing Me Softly" with his song started a 5-week run at the top of the charts. The song was written in collaboration with singer-songwriter Lori Lieberman and was born of a poem she wrote after experiencing a strong reaction to Don McLean's song "Empty Chairs." Roberta Flack first heard the song during a flight. She performed it for the first time live when supporting Marvin Gaye told her she should have recorded a version before playing it live again. And that's what she did. Today in 1973, the Byrds made their final live appearance when they played at the Capitol Theater in Passaic, New Jersey. The then current incarnation of the Byrds, which included Roger McGuinn, Clarence White, John York, and Gene Parsons. And on this day in 1975, Led Zeppelin released their 6th album, Physical Graffiti, in the UK. Recording sessions had been disrupted when bassist keyboard player John Paul Jones had proposed quitting the band, supposedly to become choir master at Winchester Cathedral. Although in reality, he just needed time to rest after Zeppelin's demanding tour schedule. The group decided on a double album so they could feature songs left over from their previous albums, Led Zeppelin III, Led Zeppelin IV, and The Houses of the Holy. And today, in 1976, the Eagles' Greatest Hits became the first album to be certified platinum by the Recording Industry Association of America. New certifications represented sales of 1 million copies for albums and 2 million for singles, and they did that. Wow. And today in 2000, Carlos Santana won 8 awards at this year's Grammy Awards. Before the Supernatural album, the guitarist had not had a top 10 album since 1981. Sting won 2 awards, one for Best Pop Album and another for Best Male Pop Vocalist. Sir Elton John won the Legend Award and Phil Collins the Best Soundtrack Award for Tarzan. And in 1982, winners of the Grammy Awards included John and Yoko Album of the Year with Double Fantasy, Kim Carnes for Song of the Year with Betty Davis Eyes, and Quincy Jones won Producer of the Year and Sheena Easton Best New Act. And today in 2004, Estelle Axton, who helped create the legendary U.S. soul music label Stax, died in hospital in Memphis at the age of 85. Stax was home to, get this lineup, Otis Redding, Rufus Thomas, Isaac Hayes, and Booker T and the MGs. And the Stax studio, Soulsville, USA, was second only to Motown in its production of soul hits during the 60s heyday. And we do have a birthday today. Born on this day in 1947, Rupert Holmes, writer, producer, singer, had the 1980 #1 single Escape, which is the Pina Colada song. The song Escape was used as a key plot point on the TV series Las Vegas with James Caan, Molly Sims, and Nikki Cox. And there you have my music trivia for this day. I hope you enjoyed it. I had fun researching it and presenting it to you. You're joining me. Yeah. Good song. I'm called Cincinnati's Rock and Roll Realtor because I play with the greatest classic rock band in Cincinnati. That is Bluestone Ivory. You can go to our website, bluestoneivory.com. Our whole lineup is there, except for March 17 at the VFW Hall. We're going to get that on there yet. We're going to be at Miami Valley Gaming. We're going to be at the Patriot Center, Bellevue, Assumption Church Festival, Liberty Center, Keener Park, Coney Island, Fairfield for the Red, White, and Kaboom. We're going to be at Arlington Memorial, Spring Grove, Wetherington, Four Bridges, St. John's in Westchester, Cold Springs, Kentucky. We're all over town. We're not done yet. Come out and see us. These are all free shows. You can have fun, dance the night away to the rock and soul, rhythm and roll sounds of Bluestone Ivory. So stay with us. You'll not regret it. I have the Cincy Tax Coach with me, Mr. Mike McCormick. 513-488-1121. Call him. If you are in business for yourself, if you have multiple streams of income, you need to talk to this guy. If you are a realtor, you need to talk to this guy. He understands us. If you are an investor, you need to talk to this guy. He understands you. He knows exactly how. We're not going to hide things. We're going to do it all on the up and up, but there's things there that you don't know that you need to know. That's why he wrote this book. Why didn't my CPA tell me that? Well, why didn't he? Well, if you had Mike, he would.
Or we'd do it for you.
He'll do it for you. It's, if you're like me, I'm a realtor. I manage a band. I've got another little business, multiple streams of income. I don't have time to do taxes. And I've got Mary Jo so busy with things, she don't have time to do it. You're wasting your valuable time and energy and money. You're losing money by trying to do it yourself to save yourself what? $100, $200?
Maybe more than that, but but we're going to save you multiples of that. Your time is better spent if you're a real estate agent selling real estate.
Paying this guy a lot of money every year saves me 3 or 4 times that amount of money.
That's the goal.
Just do the addition. It's very simple. 5 + 5 = 10. That's simple. I met you at the Real Estate Investors Association
2008.
Wow, 10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Wow.
I just found the program sheet that you filled out.
Okay.
I sent you a picture of it. The questions that you had for me and to set up a meeting.
Were very pertinent
back then. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And we've implemented several of those strategies over the course of the next 10 years.
Yeah. You spoke for about a half hour. And if you are an investor, you need to check out Cincinnati REIA because they are an organization of investors like you and me. You can either do rehab, you can do certain types of contracting work, you can do wholesaling, you can do stocks and bonds, whatever kind of investments you're in. Cincinnati REIA has got folks there who have majored in that, and they are willing to share their knowledge with you for a
modest membership fee.
It's like $160, I think, a year. Yeah. And you can go twice a month. There's 2 sessions every meeting, so you can get 4 sessions a month and learn something, and meet the people who are going to mentor you to be successful.
If you're a real estate agent or a member of a group that would like me to come speak to talk about the tax changes, or a broker that has a group of agents, we have a continuing education program that we can put on for free CPE for your agents. Get in touch with our office and we'll set that up.
And again, that phone number is 513-488-1121. You don't want to miss that out. Do you have any veterans in your family?
I have many veterans in my family. I have my nephew is currently a United States Marine, and he is in San Diego. He's going to be deployed somewhere in September, I think, South Korea. He just got married in early December. So, yeah, Brandon McCormick, proud of you, buddy.
All right, we are. And we're proud of all the troops and veterans and first responders. These are the men and women who selflessly strive to keep our nation and city streets safe and free. And without them in their uniforms out there saving our lives, saving our freedoms, we would not have the United States that we have today. And I'm grateful every day for having my warm, safe home, that I live in a great neighborhood, and it's all due to these folks who make sure that happens. So if you're out and about and you see somebody in uniform, give them the thank you sign from afar. Shake their hand, give them a big hug, let them know we know and love them for what they do. Real quick, one quick advice for investors.
Real estate investors?
Yeah.
Keep your books in order. That's the biggest cost-saving advice I can give you.
No, that's fun.
It's not fun. It just needs to be done. You know, if you have clean books, you're going to save money right away. And it's a real pain, and it's a nightmare to go back and try to rebuild the history from real estate investors. The number of transactions, the complexity of the transactions. It's just real tough to go back and rebuild that stuff. Got to have an organization right from the start.
Being in business, no matter what business you're in, is not the place or the time to cut corners.
No.
You can cut corners at a grocery store. You can cut corners of buying cars. You know, you can even negotiate on buying your house and selling your house. You know, there can be money saved there if you have the right people in place like me. There's many others as good as me that can help you. But when it comes to your taxes, you want to do it right from the beginning, because it's only going to catch up with you eventually.
Yeah, it really is the KISS principle, right? Keep it simple.
Yep.
And you want to be on top of it right from the start. And in most cases, the business owner should not be the person doing it. They should outsource it to someone who is doing it on a more regular basis, has created a competency in it, and it's going to be more accurate, more reliable. You need not only a tax return, but you need information to run your business. The only way to get that is to have a good set of books.
You know, I talk to for sale by owners every week. I mean, almost every day, every week. And some of them can hit the jackpot and sell their house themselves, but they don't know, if they had marketed it properly, professionally, how much more money they would have made, or how much money they would have saved in the negotiation strategies when they're dealing directly with the buyer. And buyers, you don't have any idea how much money you could have saved having had a professional realtor in your corner negotiating on your behalf. The fees that we make is just a drop in the bucket to how much money you will actually save. And in 20 or 30 minutes, I can sit down and lay it all out for you and show you. Same way with Mike. So call him 513-488-1121. We need to go away for our last break. Stay tuned. Don't touch that dial. When we come back, we're going to have a little visit with Rhea Davidson of the Dragonfly Foundation. You're listening to the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour on 1480 WDJO, 99.5 FM, and 107.9 FM.
The house is a rockin', don't pop.
When was the last time you wasted your money? Worse yet, you wasted it on something you didn't really want anyway, like income taxes. Local CPA and certified tax coach Mike McCormick regularly helps people like you find areas where they have wasted their hard-earned money, paying more in taxes than the tax code requires. Experience the power of proactive tax planning. Call the tax coach Mike McCormick today at 513-488-1121 or visit CincyTaxCoach.com to get started.
Hey, the Monkees, Mickey Dolenz and Mike Nesmith are coming to your town for a night of music, harmony, and fun, playing all their hits and deep cuts in a not-to-be-missed evening of songs and stories. The Monkees, live in concert. Catch all the classics in one amazing night, Friday, June 15th, Rose Music Center at the Heights. Reserve seats on sale now at Ticketmaster.com and RoseMusicCenter.com. The Monkees, Mickey Dolenz and Mike Nesmith.
When you need the expertise of a top-notch plumbing company, it's Zinn's Plumbing you ought to call. Oh, they may be at the bottom of the alphabetical listing, but the service and pricing of Zinn's Plumbing puts them at the ahead of the class. They don't keep you waiting for hours on end on appointment calls. Zinn's Plumbing works within a 2-hour time frame, so you don't waste your time waiting for a service technician. And when a Zinn's plumber comes to solve your problem, you can feel confident the job will be done right. With Zinn's Plumbing, you'll always know what the cost will be before they start. They bill on a flat rate basis instead of an inefficient hourly billing system. Zinn's state-of-the-art trucks carry thousands of parts to complete your job with no needless delays. Well-trained professional plumbing technicians and courteous customers.
Tom Looney, Ken, Greg, Tammy. Hey, Tammy, my sister-in-law. Rats, you did tune in. Great. Well, let me know Monday morning what you think of the show. All right. 30 seconds to showtime.
Northern Kentucky areas, or heck, even if you haven't owned a home in the past 3 years and are now looking to buy, you may be eligible to receive up to $15,000 in homeowners assistance towards closing costs, pre-closing expenses, or even your whole down payment. That's right, you can own your own home with no money down. Find out if you qualify. Call Gary at 513-777-2402. That's Gary at 513-777-2402.
Get on. Let's rock the house.
Hey, we are rocking and rolling this morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Gary Rossignol, Cincinnati's rock and roll realtor with RE/MAX Preferred Group. And, you know, Mike, we talk every week about, or when you come on the show, we talk about taxes, and people donate money to charities.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all tax deductible.
Absolutely. Money or paintings or time. Time's not deductible, but cars.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, right. Gas cards. When I think of charities and I think of folks who are making a difference in our city, Cincinnati, and now they moved up into Chicago and they're going to be branching out all over the country, just watch. The Dragonfly Foundation is a organization that just the work they do is remarkable. And if you a friend of mine sat with Rhea Davidson this week, and he says her story was compelling. He said she had me in tears, and that's what she does. Only they like to put smiles on people's faces. Those who are afflicted with bone disease and children with bone disease and cancers that parents don't know what to do. They have to come to Children's Hospital, and what do? They get this blue bag, and before long they meet the volunteers that Rhea Davidson and Christine Knightsky have put together over the past almost 8 years. Their organization is just fantastic, and I look so forward to listening to this lady share her experiences from this past week. My friend, I love you, Rhea Davidson.
I love you guys, too.
And it's the work that you do, and you do it so givingly. I mean, it's just... You're just one of the most unselfish people I know. When I talk about selfless giving, that's all part of it, and every day I think about that. But and you're busy. You're a busy lady.
All the time. But you know, it's a good busy, and talking about people like Pete McCreary, who came to my rescue this week, and Gary, you introducing me to people, and it's those kind of moments that just make those other hard moments so much easier. Because we hear all the time about kids who, like one of our kids who's been around for a very long time. It keeps hoping that she's going to get better, and instead they went for their test today and found that there's tumors all over their sinuses, all over her sinuses, and it's just heartbreaking because these families want good news, and it just seems like there's always a black cloud around them, and so to be able to do things to make them smile, like last night was Fashion for the Cure at Sycamore High School, and this girl was among them, and there she was smiling and wearing a dress she designed and created that the students put together for her, like sewed and made her design come to life. And there she was smiling, and the crowd was clapping for her, and her parents were smiling. And in that moment, they're not thinking about the test results they got earlier that day. And so I'm always so grateful for anyone who will share our information on social media, who will let us know they have a service or company that might be interested in giving their services free to a family in crisis, or who has tickets to an event. We've got red season coming up, and if you know people who have suites, our kids are immune compromised, and so to be able to have access to a suite where there's a private bathroom that isn't used by thousands of people is wonderful. So just thank you for helping us continue to get the word out and continue to try to make a difference for these young patients who are going through cancer and bone marrow transplants.
Well, it's a lifelong relationship, and it's something that I know and you know that we're going to be here till the very end, and because your work will never end. There's no cure for cancer, but there is a cure for the disdain feeling of being in the middle of that and tearing families apart and the siblings. I'm amazed at how you bring the whole family together and you keep them as one. They're fighting for each other instead of fighting against each other. It's just amazing.
And we love how the siblings go, I'm a dragonfly, so they don't feel left out, which is what usually happens. All the attention usually goes to the patient, all the gifts go to the patient. And here are these kids going, I'm being forgotten, and what about me? And aren't I important? Well, they are important, and their families know that, but we're able to let them express that better.
Right. And just to listen to the parents, they get devastating news. They go to the doctor, they think their child just has a cold or a virus or something, and they're told they have to drop what they're doing and drive to Cincinnati, Ohio to Children's Hospital because their child has cancer, and you need to do this now. So it's amazing. So how can you help, ladies and gentlemen, tuning in on Facebook? Pick up your smartphone, your smart device. Text the word WINGS15, that's WINGS 15, to 71777. It's a very, very secure website where you can donate anywhere from $5 to $50 to $500, $5,000, whatever makes you feel good. Do it now, because if you wait till later, you probably won't get around to it. But that's WINGS15 to 71777, or go to dragonfly.org, and they have their calendar of events coming up, how you can volunteer, videos of how they're making a difference in Cincinnati, and the difference is outstanding. It's just amazing. I guarantee if you watch these videos, you will not get through without crying. And then
we don't.
And then you'll be
We're
smiling.
hoping to make even the people smile. So, but if you can come on Tuesday, that'd be great, because we're doing a motorcycle volunteer event.
Great. Rhea, thank you very much. We love you. We'll talk to you next week. Don't forget, if you have a real estate question or properties to see, just call me, 513-777-2402. Next week, Katrina Majeski with 210 Home Buyers Warranty. Coming up next is Tony Bender and Dane Donovan in the Car Tech Show. To wrap things up, here is one of Boz Scaggs' hits, one of my favorite songs he does, performed by Blue Stone Ivory. It's called Lido Shuffle.
Grab a handle off the top. Next stop, Chi-Town, Lido, put the money down, let it roll. Say one more job, wanna get it. One last shot, won't quit it. One for the road, Lido. Whoa, he's for the money, he's for the show. Lido went for the gold, Lido. Whoa.
Thank you for tuning into the Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour starring yours truly, Gary Rossignol. For all your real estate needs, you can reach me at 513-777-2402 or go to rockandrollrealestateagent.com. These are my regular major sponsors who make this show possible. Rakina Niehaus of Wood and Lamping, the musical insurance guy, Gary Rasmussen of Farmers Insurance, Bob Pape with Polaris Home Funding Corp., Mike McCormick, the CincyTaxCoach, Dan Orner of First Title Agency, John Cordell with Inspections Plus, Ed Hensley with West Banco, Steve Walls of Rivertown Title, Tom Capuano with Pillar to Post, Greg Highland of Cooper Electric, and Russell Kling with People's First Savings Bank. I would also like to thank Chris and Miles Beers. Thank you, everybody, for staying with us through the whole show. I appreciate that. We love you. We'll be back next week with another exciting Rock and Roll Real Estate Hour. I'm going to sign out now.